Welcome to Season 1 of the PMO Community Podcast series. I'm Aina Live, your guide on this engaging exploration into the world of PMO leadership, highlighted by our unique book writing challenge. This season promises a series of enriching interviews with our distinguished book co-authors. Today, I'm thrilled to converse with Carl Canlas, an esteemed author and thought leader in the field of project management within the IT industry. Carl's recent book, The Effective IT Project Manager, delves into how skilled and innovative project managers significantly contribute to the success of IT projects, addressing both organizational and communication challenges. Carl's deep understanding of the evolution from traditional to agile project management methodologies provides a unique perspective on the future of project management. His expertise is particularly relevant in today's fast-evolving technological landscape. Today, we will dive into several thought-provoking topics and challenges, such as evolution of project management, where Carl will discuss the significant shift from traditional methodologies to agile practices and his predictions for future trends. Impact of the Agile Manifesto, reflecting on its introduction and how its principles have reshaped project management across different sectors. Technological advancements, how recent innovations have influenced project management tools and approaches, particularly those that foster more adaptive methodologies. Challenges in adaptation, the significant challenges organizations face when transitioning from traditional to agile or hybrid project management approaches. Organizational culture and agile adoption, the role of organizational culture in the successful adoption of agile methodologies and strategies to foster an agile-friendly environment. Impact of remote work, how the shift of remote work has reshaped the operations of PMOs and the best practices for maintaining effectiveness in a remote setting. Skills for modern PMs, essential skills that project managers need to succeed in an agile or hybrid environment. Stay tuned as Carl shares his profound insights and recommendations for navigating the complexities of modern project management. Don't miss out our upcoming episodes. Follow us on social media such as YouTube, LinkedIn, Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts to stay updated. Hello, Carl. Thank you very much for joining me today on this podcast.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. I'm really excited about this and thank you so much for all you do for our project management community.
Thank you very much, Carl. So as I said previously, Carl is one of the contributors to our the PMO Community book challenge on the topic, the evolution of project management office, rise of a project manager officer. And Carl contributed his chapter on the agile-related topic. So my questions to Carl are going to be to dig a little bit deeper into the agile methodology, hybrid way of work, and how agile relates to the PMO and the future way of work. So Carl, what sparked the significant shift from traditional project management to agile methodologies? And how do you foresee this evolution continuing to shape the future of project management?
I think nowadays we can see there's a lot of unpredictability and complexity within projects. It used to be that we have all of the customer requirements, project specifications up front. We build the schedule and then we work on it, deliver the product to our customers. But nowadays, there's a lot of things that are not known even to our stakeholders. And as project managers, we are even tasked to help me understand really what the vision is, what the product is, hence the hybrid or agile adaptation. And so I would say that with all of these complexities and unknowns, there has been a revolution towards agile movement. And there's also that minimum viable product I think that's what I really love about the Agile methodology, because although you don't know everything up front, you can create several iterations for your customers until we can 100 define what our customers would like in the end and what would bring the most value.
I totally agree with MVP or minimum viable product, because in the traditional project management, you define the scope upfront and then you deliver the whole project. And then appeared that the customers don't need maybe one half of your project, and you spend so much time and so much money delivering some features and nobody is using them. So defining MVP, minimum viable product, and delivering to the customer, I think made a significant shift in project management and business approach in general. So continue talking about Agile, I would like to move to the Agile Manifesto and its impact on project management. So my question to you, Carl, is reflecting on the Agile Manifesto's introduction. How do you believe its principles have reshaped project management practices across different sectors?
With its 20 plus years of existence, I think it has its timeless principles that we can see right now. I mean, the focus on individuals and interactions, a working product, and collaboration, and at the same time, team empowerment. I think it stands through today. Although we do have artificial intelligence, automation, and a lot of technological advancements as well, I think the principles will remain the same as long as we follow. Maybe because I'm an agilist as well, where I try to keep things simple and pure. Where if we stick with the manifesto and then help executive buy-in, I think that's a big one as well. When we have our executives behind us, and then when we promote and adapt agile mindset within our teams, I think that's where we can see the full effect of the agile methodology. So I would say whether you start 20 years ago or whether you start right now, the principles will still be the same.
I liked what Carl just brought up about the technologies that we use, different tools, and artificial intelligence is coming to the stage. So it's leading to my next question, which I wanted to ask Carl, which is related to the technological advancements. Despite we are focusing on individuals and collaboration, so how do you think the technological advancements influence the tools and approaches used in project management, particularly in fostering more adaptive methodologies?
Oh, I would say change is the only constant in our profession. In project management, you really just have to ride the wave. And the fourth agile value is responding to change over following a plan. I've seen this time and time again that project managers will come in with, okay, this is my perfect Gantt chart. This is what we're going to do. And then they would miss the mark. They would miss the point that the customer wants them to do. And so with the advancements around us, you can see we have the developments in the car industry. We have electric vehicles, and then we also have software and API integrations. Not to mention the social platforms as well, where we have Facebook, and right now we can talk beyond 6-hour differences and because of the technological advancements. And so I would say that those people that and industries that will adopt and respond to change will have that greater customer advantage. We do not listen to our environment or our customers. It will be really difficult to provide the project value that our customers would need.
Totally agree with you, Carl. And I would like to provide one example to our listeners. We are talking about providing the project which customers don't need, and people might wonder, but why did they build it upfront, or what kind of project customers don't need? So let's say we provided Taj Mahal or the Pharaoh helps pyramid to our customers, being perfectly done. But do they really need it? And then appeared that the customer wanted just a simple garage for their car. So Taj Mahal is definitely great, a beautiful, advanced, comprehensive project, but did customer wanted it? And here where we are leading again to what Carl said about MVP, minimum viable product. Maybe customer just wanted something minimum. And when we start with the garage, maybe that's exactly what the customer wants, and we don't need to do anything else. And that's why we are talking about change and adapting the project during the delivery to make sure that the customer still agrees with our vision and with our way of delivering the project. But moving back to Carl's answer about adaptation, changes, and challenges, let's dig deeper into this part, like challenges and adaptation. So I'm wondering, what are some of the most significant challenges organizations face when transitioning from traditional to agile or a hybrid project management approaches?
One is leadership and management. I think everybody can just attend a 2-week training, get certified, and then you can say, hey, we're agile now. And you can create your Scrum board, you can create your daily stand-ups, retrospectives. I mean, all of the agile ceremonies that are known, we can do that for our organization, and we can call ourselves, okay, hey, we're agile. But unless we start with our leadership and management, I think that would be our main driving force so that we can adopt agile within our industry. So number one, the biggest challenge is having the faith of our leadership to adopt from traditional to agile and possibly hybrid, because we can never remove the waterfall methodology as well. That's our secret sauce too. So agile and I call it WAGILE, waterfall and agile. A combination of both will be a really strong force. So that's the first one. And then the second challenge would be focusing too much on ceremonies. I mean, as much as they're very valuable, people think that agile are just about dashboards and we're just about additional layer of reporting, additional meeting. But I think if we truly understand the mindset of having agile, where we constantly communicate, we share progress of our work, and at the same time creating retrospectives so we'll be better the next time, that is truly where our agile principles are based on. So challenges, Aina, I mean, there's a million, but I would start with leadership and at the same time, the ceremonies.
Yes, we probably need a separate podcast for our podcast about the challenges, but I agree with the main one. I'm wondering about the impact of remote work, because Agile Manifesto was created 20 plus years ago when all of us were collocated. And I remember when I was introduced to Agile, I really liked the idea that people are working in the same office at the same place, so we can see what each of us is doing, kind of like tap each other's shoulder in case we have any questions. We had it's a very simple way, again, collaboration over tools and processes. So we had Kanban boards physical behind us with physical stickers, with physical pens and markers, and we were able to write it down on the wall behind us and just to move one sticker from another. But especially after COVID hit us years ago, most people moved to remote work, and also remote work embraced working globally from different countries on one project. And definitely this collocation disappeared. And also we moved to the tools instead of making it simple on the wall behind us. And definitely Jira is one of the biggest tools right now, setting up many processes. But okay, to summarize, what I would like to ask is about impact of remote work. As I mentioned, the shift to remote work has been seismic. And Carl, from your perspective, how has this trend reshaped the fundamental operations of PMOs, and what practices have emerged at best for maintaining or enhancing their effectiveness in a remote setting? And does Agile have any impact on this as well?
I think there's a lot of lessons learned that we have. I think the one of the biggest thing that we have to do is we have to build a culture of trust and psychological safety, because I feel that, oh, he's remote, he's not working, he's doing something else, or I don't think he's going to be done on time. And so as project managers and project leaders, I think we have to have that trust that our people have that integrity to get the job done. And we don't ever want to practice micromanagement, but at the same time, we want to over communicate and be transparent, because all of us are remote. Maybe we would need to invest in some robust collaboration tools. We've mentioned Jira, maybe Microsoft Teams or Zoom, whatever the application may be, so that we can see where everything is, how we can report up, report down, and track progress. So I think the pandemic has brought not so much of a challenge, but an opportunity, because now people can come to work and then we can also communicate worldwide. It's been a great addition to our Agile profession. So I would say if we just build that trust first, communicate with our teams clearly, and then invest in our tools, we can have a better project management output and outcome, and at the same time have a productive workforce.
Again, I totally align with your thoughts on that. And to finish our conversation, I have a question probably many project managers would want me to ask. What skills for modern project managers you believe are essential to succeed in an agile or a hybrid project management environment?
I would say two things. Number one is adaptability. I think when we mention agile, it's responding to our changing environments. Project managers, project leaders need to develop a mindset where we adapt to our situation. A basic example would be, if it's raining, make sure you have your umbrella. If it's sunny, dress appropriately. And now, if we compare that to our projects, if the customer would need the website now, we need to adjust our focus and focus on that risk, is having a good website for our company. And then if the customer would shift to a different priority, then we should adapt to that as well. So that's a very important skill set that we need to have, is being able to adapt and respond, provide those solutions. And I guess the last one would be making sure that we track our performance as well. I believe with continuous improvement, continuous integration, all of us, not only our projects, but professionally, we can be better. Because a lot of times people think that, it's the project's failure, it's the customer's failure. But I think we have to look inward first, that, hey, there are things that I can develop, I can be better at. And so if I focus on skills and training, I'll be a better project manager. So adaptability, training, and tracking our progress will all contribute to a better project management.
Thank you, Carl. While you were answering my question, I was thinking about Clubhouse application. For those who doesn't know, Clubhouse appeared around 2020, 2021 during the pandemic. So the idea was to create virtual rooms for people to be able to talk about different topics, like any topics, from personal life to professional subjects. So the application got the extreme popularity at the beginning of 2021 during the pandemic, when people wanted to collaborate with someone. And the first time in our life, we had this global opportunity to connect much
appeared that people started creating professional rooms and wanted to share the links to the articles or books they've been mentioning, but that was impossible because the developers didn't deliver that feature to the customers yet. And so customers kept demanding, but Clubhouse was slow in delivering this specific feature. They kept delivering the other feature. They delivered every 1 or 2 weeks, but this was the highest demand. And unfortunately, it was delayed for a few months until larger applications like Twitter, Instagram, Spotify noticed the popularity of Clubhouse and also noticed the demand, and that Clubhouse is quite slow to fulfill this demand. So Twitter, Instagram, Spotify just launched their own feature of being able to collaborate in the rooms. So they kind of replicated the Clubhouse idea and made it their additional features. So people who were already in Twitter or Spotify or Instagram, they just started using rooms on these platforms and abandoned Clubhouse. And about at this time, Clubhouse finally delivered the link shared and the messages during the conversation. But they were just 1 or 2 weeks late before these giants announced their rooms under their platforms. And so who remember about Clubhouse right now? Probably most of you never heard about it. I remember because I joined it in 2021 and witnessed its rise and its fail, but that's the real life example, what Carl was describing as adaptive to change and delivering MVP and also focusing on what customer wants instead of following the project plan and then deliver the project, which nobody needs. So it was a great conversation. Thank you very much, Carl. I am so excited about our book, The Evolution of Project Management Office, Rise of Chief Project Manager position to the C-suite. And thank you for this conversation with me. I hope you will join my future podcasts and we will continue contributing. But meanwhile, thank you again and have the great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to the PMO Community Podcast for this enlightening discussion with Carl Canlas. A special thanks to our volunteers at the PMO Community Podcast for making this episode possible. Stay tuned for more captivating insights and interviews in our upcoming episodes. Don't forget to follow us on social media to stay updated. If you find this episode valuable, please remember to like and share it. Feel free to reach out to me, Aina Live, on LinkedIn with any questions or requests. And for all of the latest episodes, make sure to follow us on our social media such as YouTube, LinkedIn, Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts.